Oh, yeah. Greetings, Earthlings. How are we today? Everybody good? That was pretty loud. Hey, glad you're here today. Woo-hoo. Welcome to the show. I'm glad you're here today. It's Wednesday. It is Wednesday. Aren't you glad? It's hump day. Mike. Good morning, everybody. How are we? It's good to have you with us today. Oops. Wrong button. It's a thing. I'm feeling kind of weird today. It's just kind of an odd day, so just bear with me. Happy Wednesday. Welcome, risers. Good. Natasha, beach commissioner. Yeah. All right. We got some weird stuff to cover today. One of our friends is back in the news. We'll talk about that. It's all good. My name is Nick Stewart. This is Sunrise Santa Rosa. 850-771-0049. If you're texting, no pronouns. Please restrain yourself because there is a delay. And so when you say he, she, they, it, I can guess, but I may not know what you're talking about. And I may ask for clarification. And you may have to go into timeout. All right, your forecast today. Considerable cloudiness, occasional rain, showers, high near 85. Chance of rain today, 60%. Tonight, showers early, then partly cloudy overnight, low near 73. And then for your Thursday, sunshine and clouds mix, a stray shower, thunderstorm possible, and a high near 88. It is, where's the temperature? Oh, there it is. 76 in Milton, 80 in Gulf Breeze, 76 in Navarre, and 76 in Pensacola. I hate it when the websites change how they're set up. It throws me off. Good morning, Milton Post. All right. This is kind of interesting. I love this, and you've got to hear this. Because we know that the D.C. police, the Capitol Hill police, they want to put in a branch office in Florida to catch the January 6th rioters. Even though murder rate in Washington, D.C. is out of control, they're trying to get people who take selfies in the Capitol building. But Florida State Representative Anthony Sabatini is worried about the politicization of American law enforcement, especially when the agency is not accountable to the public. So here's the thing. The Capitol Hill police, they report to Capitol Hill. They are not subject to the Freedom of Information Act. There's no public oversight. They're directly controlled by political actors. When you have a Democrats totally in control, they're more willing to politicize the police agency. The big threat is the politicization of all law enforcement agencies to the point where they become political actors. They are exempt from federal Freedom of Information requirements. Ladies and gentlemen, that should scare you to death. That should totally frighten you to death. And Sabatini is absolutely correct. They are not allowed in Florida. They are not allowed to operate, and they are getting, listen, they're getting equipment, surveillance equipment from the military. Their budget has been, I think I heard 600 million. So that they could get equipment from the military to spy on who? Yeah, you. We don't need to send the FBI. The FBI is already here. There's already FBI branches. Do we need another surveillance branch? I don't think so. Should scare you to death. That, my friends, is absolutely frightening. Oh, my Maron. All right. So think about that. Support Sabatini in his effort and engage your representatives at the state level. Santa Rosa County law enforcement is seeking new ways to catch criminals. We've been talking about this, the Safer Watch app. People could simply download it on their phone, become the sheriff's office eyes and ears. The sheriff's office has a large number of people they serve in the community. Follow them on social media using tablets, phones. So making this move made the most sense. The app allows people to post pictures and information about crimes to help the police catch criminals. But it works two ways. It also allows the police department or sheriff's department to send out crucial information to the community. The contract with Safer Watch is a 3-year, $20,000 deal. Safer Watch is funded by the Sheriff's Office Crime Prevention Funds. Now, good morning. We talked about the surveillance from, we need surveillance on the FBI as well. We talked about surveillance from Capitol Hill. Now, let's talk about the Safer Watch app. We should all be frightened, Donna says. Yep. Get involved. All right, so let's talk about the Safer Watch app. I'm torn. Part of me goes, I don't know. Is this kind of like bagging your own groceries or checking yourself out at Walmart? You're being the eyes and ears of the sheriff's department. Okay. Maybe, but it works two ways. They can send you messages all the time. I don't know. Snitch app, but it is, but it's also, it can also track you, right? These things, exactly, Sharon. That's exactly what I'm worried about, that it's more Big Brother stuff. And you're giving them permission. You are giving them permission with this thing. Is it over the top for me to do? Maybe. But these things are it's just frightening to me. And if we didn't have such a distrust in government to begin with, it probably wouldn't be a big deal. But they've created this. And look, I'm leery of the phone anyway. I'm leery of the cell phone anyway. They can track you, but this just gives them more and more permission. I don't know, my friends. I don't know. 850-771-0049 is the number to call. But the Safer Watch. Now, you may want to do that. Knock yourself out. It is kind of concerning to me. According to a release on Tuesday, the number of hospitalizations for COVID-19 at Baptist Healthcare hospitals continues to increase in the Pensacola area. Baptist Healthcare has a total of 178 patients who've been hospitalized for COVID-19 since July 1st. What is We didn't allow these extra measures after 9/11. Well, that's a good question, Bugsy. 150 of 178 individuals upon admission that they were unvaccinated. So 28 of the 178 were vaccinated. 28 people hospitalized of the 178 have been vaccinated. 15%. Oh. Then it says, after it says that 15% of those that are vaccinated, of those in the hospital have been vaccinated, they turn right around and say, the vaccine has been shown to be safe and effective in preventing infection or minimizing the severity of the illness. Really? Baptist Healthcare encourages everyone to get the COVID-19 vaccine as soon as possible to protect themselves, their loved ones, and their community. If you don't, you don't care. Deaths are not on the rise, Donna. Deaths are down. Yes, they want you to take that vaccine. But 15% of those hospitalized, 15% of those hospitalized still got it and are in the hospital with it. Interesting. Interesting. Bribery. That says a lot, doesn't it? Yes, Bugsy. Yes. 15% is a lot more than a breakthrough virus. Run that around in your brain a little bit. We're hearing more and more about people who have the vaccine get it. Well, it's minimal. Is it less severity for those that are in the hospital? Why are you in the hospital then? It's a question. That is a legitimate question. I don't know, my friends. You should be very, very scared. Let's talk about the schools. Learning options are still an ongoing topic for families and students as they head back to school during a pandemic. Many parents are asking themselves if their child should attend traditional brick and mortar school or transition to online or homeschool. Florida virtual schools say they're expecting to see 9,000 more K through 12 students in their full-time program over the next few weeks. This is after a 98% increase in enrollment last year. Escambia, Santa Rosa, and Okaloosa County schools are not offering remote learning this year. So if students and their parents aren't opting for brick and mortar, another growing option is homeschool. These families who were kind of forced into it because of the pandemic actually found that they loved it. And their children loved it, and they learned a lot. They thrived in that type of environment, being able to learn at their own rate. That's according to Joan Steed, a homeschool consultant. The schools are going to be coming to you for more money because they're losing money because kids aren't going. Are they going to make that mandatory? I don't know. Wasn't the deaths from COVID the reason for lockdowns? Yeah. VA doc said, not a good, what? Hold on. Not a good candidate to be vaxxed because of my med history. Give me a card that says that. Not that. No, you tell your doctor you want a card that says that. Yeah. You need 2 shots, 3 shots. There's a song in there somewhere. A recruiter for the oil and gas industry says the companies are going down the list of employees and checking the vaccinated as need to be replaced within 3 years. You mean the unvaccinated? I don't understand. Explain that. Because they have significant other medical issues that compromise the health to start with. No, I get that. I get it. But I want a card that says that. I keep getting Yeah. They are pushing you. They are pushing you. This could go down some really wild paths. And I got some other news on that in a little bit. This guy looked strangely familiar. Like we just talked about him recently. I don't know. There's something about him. There's something about his face. I've seen that face before. A Molino man is facing felony charges after allegedly threatening to kill his mother and his girlfriend. You don't expect that from a guy with a spider between his eyes. Nicholas Bronson Pierce, 36, was charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon with the intent to commit a felony and 1 count of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Unusual. The Escambia County Sheriff's Office responded to an armed disturbance at a residence on Pilgrim Trail West. He allegedly entered the residence and pointed a gun at his mother's head and yelled, "I'll kill you, blank." I feared for my life and really thought at that time my son would kill me, she said, according to a report. Pierce also pointed the gun at his girlfriend of 8 months and threatened to kill her. Pierce remained in the Escambia County Jail Wednesday morning without bond. Oh, you know who this guy is? He's the guy who gave a fake name to his friend and stole his truck. Oh my gosh. Really? Pretty interesting. He's back. Well, he's in jail again. So there you go. Delbert says they're saying the vaccinated will have to be replaced within 3 years. So you're saying they're going to die within 3 years because of the vaccine? Is that what you're telling me, Delbert? And who are they? They are saying, who are they? That's what I want to know. I'm not doubting you. I just need information. Crime spree much? No, this guy's just an idiot. When you do that, when you doodle on your face, when you do allow somebody else to doodle on your, this happens at a sleepover. This guy paid somebody to do this on his face permanently. It's not a crime spree. That's a moron. Okay, if I need to see that, I need to see that report. I need to see that report, please. Paid for in what, the tattoos? Or paid for, or the, I don't know. The oil and gas execs. Okay. I don't know. So the oil and gas execs who I'm just working this out, Delbert. I'm not arguing with you. I just want to get this. So the oil and gas execs who don't have any science, medical science, they are saying the vaccinated will have to be replaced within 3 years because they'll be gone. I don't know. I just need more information. Oh, wow. No, there's good people that are vaccinated. I don't know. Joey. So you're declining that. It's 2 years now. Look, and again, I'm not against people getting vaccinated. That's between you and God. Do it or don't do it. But I don't want to feel pressured into doing it, which is what they are doing. And yeah, it's becoming a greater thing. 850-771-0049. Let me get to this. Where did that go? In an effort to protect public health, governments and businesses across the country have started requiring proof of vaccination or a negative COVID test The federal government and states, including New York and California, are requiring employees to get vaccinated, as are Google, Facebook, the Walt Disney Company, and many hospitals and over 600 universities. On Tuesday, New York became the first city to require proof of vaccination for customers at restaurants, gyms, and indoor entertainment venues. If you want to participate in our society fully, you've got to get vaccinated. That's according to New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio. Currently, 66% of New York adults are fully vaccinated. Other cities will likely follow New York's lead. For now, political leaders are letting private sector determine whether to require proof of vaccination at the door, leaving owners to make the difficult, controversial business decision. Now, Shari says, I have a friend who got COVID. Now she has it again. She was vaccinated, so does it really make a difference? What? No. Doctors and scientists are saying this is about the vaccinated. Okay. Well, I just need a link, somewhere to look. So they are making it so if you are not vaccinated and you can't provide proof of vaccination, let me read some scripture to you. All right, I'm gonna put on the preacher hat. Revelation 13, 16 through 17. And he, meaning the beast, causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or on their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save that he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. They are making it so you can't buy or sell if you don't get the shot. Now, the mark on your hand, your forehead, you're like, I don't have it's a card. Okay, so what if they want to? You can't fudge the if they put it on your skin, they can't fudge that. I think that's coming. I don't know, but this is what it's leading to. Do you understand that? I got put in Facebook jail for posting the article a couple months ago. Ooh. Renee says, husband received a letter from VA pushing our veterans to go get the vaccine. Yes. New York City will get challenged in court on mandatory vax, I think, and lose. Well, it's all politicized. It's all politicized. Do you consider yourself excess population if it's okay for them to die? Oh, yeah. I'm not. I don't know if that was directed at Mary or what, but we don't want people to die. People will die. We just don't want them to. I don't take Revelation. You should. You should. We need to have a conversation, Mary. You should take it literally because it's becoming, thank you. It's becoming more prevalent every day. The New World Order. I've been, Katie says, this is not working today. I've been vaccinated. I had smallpox, measles, mumps, polio, no lie, my vaccines. Yeah. I'm imagining your funeral will be like the movie The Big Chill. I haven't seen that in a long time. Under the law, I believe they can ask, but when you ask for proof, you just violated our HIPAA rights. Lawyer up and sue. But it's for the public good, Robert. They will find ways around that. Okay. I'm not disagreeing, Katie. What does your ring say around your? I have an immune system. You need to contact me. I need to find out how that ring works. Where to find it? I can't find it. But this is coming. This is what is here. You're going to see more and more companies that are requiring it of their employees, of people shopping, buying, whatever. Because you're a danger. Because you won't comply. Let me throw this at you. I just want to do this. They have a hard time getting you to give up your guns. right? That's the thing that stops them. They have a hard time getting you to give up your guns. But how many people are voluntarily getting the vaccine? Is this a form of control upon the population? I don't know. Yeah, we're going to die eventually. I don't know. Mary, you've gone dark, Mary. Where did our sweet Mary go? Oh my gosh. But look, would you, if you have the vaccine, I'm just talking to those that have gotten the vaccine. I am not here to judge you. I'm fine with you getting the vaccine. If you got a vaccine, if you got the vaccine or are planning on getting the vaccine, are you willing to show your proof of vaccination to get into a restaurant, to get into Walmart, whatever it is? I don't know what that means. Vaccine is the Delta strand. Ooh. So if it comes down to if you go to a restaurant, they're like, okay, do you have proof of vaccination? Even if you are vaccinated, are you going to show your card or are you going to turn and walk away? I don't have to show my card. Oh, yes, you do. To get into this restaurant, to get into Walmart, you have to show your card. Are you willing to show your card? I'm not saying that Walmart has done that yet. I'm just saying if it comes to that, are you willing to do that? Oh, okay. I will do so. Okay. Thank you, Katie. Are you willing to do that? El Cuckoo says, I'm willing to show my card to get on a cruise ship in October. Okay. All right. Now, will I show a negative test? Yeah. Will I show a vaccine card? Absolutely not. I don't have one. I have to carry a driver's license and my medical marijuana card and a vaccination card. Yes. But you don't have to show proof that you're a legal citizen. Medical status is no one's business. I got it. Walmart doesn't have enough employees to check it. Well, that's true. But they'll do that, but they won't have a cashier. You have to show a card to get into Costco. But you pay for that. You pay for that privilege. You're getting something for that. But you don't have to. You don't have to shop at Costco. Require proof of vaccination to buy a gaming console or live in the granny's basement, please. Oh, I don't know what that means. But no voter ID to vote. That is correct, Katie. But are you willing to do that? If you're vaccinated, I just want to hear from the vaccinated people only. So, El Cuco is going to show his vaccination card to get on a cruise. How is the card validated as real? Well, they'll threaten you that if it's not, they'll put you in prison. That's forgery. That's a federal. They're making that a federal thing. But are you? If you are vaccinated, yes, I'm vaccinated, and yes or no, I will show my card or not show my card. That's what I want to know. And that's where it's coming to. Now, I'm not going to bash you for getting the vaccine at all. That is your choice. I do, however, have a problem. I have a problem if you are adding to this by willingly showing your card without any kind of blowback. Vaccinated, do not feel the need to show my card, not required for any other vaccine. Okay. So, Geraldine, what happens if you go to a restaurant and they say, Can I see your card? Can I see your vaccine card? Can I to go to Walmart? You need to buy toilet paper. Let me see your card. What if they do that? Canadian border is sealed, but the southern border isn't. Why is that? Because sealing the northern border doesn't cause an issue. It never has, except for Hollywood. Well, they're not worried about voter fraud. That's the thing. It's the other things. Good. All right. Anyway, that's the question of the day. Will you show proof of vaccination? And that's where that's what it comes down to for you. Happy to leave, she says. There are other businesses who will not require it. Canada sealed the border and not the U.S. They're trying to keep the Americans from coming across. 850-771-0049. What else? Cassandra says, nope, she won't show proof of vaccination. I think that's what it was. Albert says Canadians might vote Republican. All right. So this has come up because I think it came up because of the January 6th investigations. Let me get rid of that. Police officers are at a higher risk of suicide than any other profession. In fact, suicide is so prevalent in the profession that the number of police officers who died by suicide is more than triple that of officers who were fatally injured in the line of duty. Researchers are attributing these stats to the unique combination of easy access to deadly weapons, intense stress, and human devastation that police are exposed to on a daily basis. 13 out of every 100,000 people die by suicide in the general population. That number increases to 17 out of 100,000 for police officers. During the 2018 calendar year, 167 law enforcement officers tragically took their own lives, and that number is projected to increase during 2019. As of August of this year, a total of 134 officers have committed suicide within 4 months of the year still left unaccounted for. Now, there are many factors. Stress. We don't pay our officers enough, right? They don't get paid enough for putting their life on the line. It has always been high. They're just kind of measuring it now because it works for the January 6th thing. So it's stress, it's low pay, it's lack of appreciation. How would you like to go out there every day with people hating you just because you're a police officer? It happens. Yes. I think it's 4 at this point. Now, I don't know, but we know that people in Washington, D.C. commit suicide, but I don't know. It is concerning. It is concerning. I know at least 2 of my fellow officers committed suicide during his career. Well, yeah, it happens. It happens. And it happens in other careers as well. But our police, alcoholism, yes, domestic abuse, all those things. They see a lot of wicked stuff. The inhumanity to man. California, Florida, New York, and Texas suffer from the highest rates of officer suicides, with each reporting at least 10 police suicides last year. In fact, New York City Police Department even received national attention during 2018 for its high rate of officer suicides. At least 6 of the 9 deaths in the New York City Police Department involved a gun. Many used their own service weapons. The Chicago Police Department experienced a similar situation, was forced to confront its own epidemic of police suicides this year, with the second largest force in the nation consisting of over 13,000 officers. Chicago's police suicide rate was 60% higher than the national law enforcement average. We've got veteran suicides, yes, as well. Yep. Maybe those Capitol officers that committed suicide were not willing to go along. Well, that is a question. That's always a question. Thank you, Katie. Thank you. All right. So we've got that. So pray for our police officers. They do amazing work, and we need to pray for them. All right. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo sexually harassed almost a dozen women, including employees in his office, and violated state and federal laws, according to the findings of an investigation by the state attorney general's office. The embattled governor denied the accusations and vowed that he will not be distracted from his job. But within hours of the report's release, Democratic leadership, including longtime Cuomo ally President Joe Biden, demanded he step down. I think he should resign, Biden said. Here is the AG in, I don't know, Bugsy, it's a good question. And where was she? I want you to see this video. This is the Attorney General office reading out what the findings were.
Pieces of evidence, including documents, emails, texts, audio files, and pictures. These interviews and pieces of evidence reveal a deeply disturbing yet clear picture. Governor Cuomo sexually harassed current and former state employees in violation of both federal and state laws. The independent investigation found that Governor Cuomo sexually harassed multiple women, many of whom were young women, by engaging in unwanted groping, kisses.
I knew that, Joey. I knew that was coming. Texts. We continue.
And by making inappropriate comments. Further, the governor and his senior team took actions to retaliate against at least one former employee for coming forward with her story, her truth. And Governor Cuomo's administration fostered a toxic workplace that enabled harassment and created a hostile work environment where staffers did not feel comfortable coming forward with complaints about sexual harassment due to a climate of fear and given the power dynamics. The investigators found that Governor Cuomo's actions and those of the executive chamber violated multiple state and federal laws, as well as the executive chamber's own written policies. This investigation has revealed conduct that corrodes the very fabric and character of our state government and shines light on injustice that can be present at the highest levels of government. But none of this would have been illuminated if not for the heroic women who came forward. And I am inspired by all the brave women who came forward. But more importantly, I believe them. And I thank them for their bravery.
Stick him with a fork. He is done. Andrew Cuomo is going to be done. This is wild. And nobody is standing behind him at this point. Will he go to prison for violating federal and state laws? It's a vast possibility. They even the Dems aren't standing behind him on this one. Well, it's a good question. We will see what happens with Andrew Cuomo. Oh, Maron. This guy, what a piece of trash. Seems like a flaming social justice warrior to me. Well, yeah, I mean, that's not her forte. That's not her thing. So, but it's all right. I applaud the AG. It takes a lot to come out against Cuomo. Yeah, no doubt. Cuomo is using the sex scandal to cover up sending. Right. Maybe they'll try him on multiple counts. Maybe they won't stand behind him on this now. We'll see. Now, this happened on CNN last night. This is Don Lemon and Chris Cuomo. I want you to see this because this is interesting. What happened in this clip? This is the handoff. All right. This is Chris Cuomo handing off to Don Lemon. They always have this little banter. So check this out.
Yeah.
I can, because we've watched it happen.
Yeah.
And we've seen it happen before. Yeah. The good news is there's always a chance for change, and hopefully we'll see that here. But our hearts and our thoughts have to go out to the families of these officers who took their own lives.
I'm going to make my witness, as you say. And you know what?
Make your witness.
I love you, brother.
I love you, D. Lemon.
All right. This is Don Lemon tonight.
I love you.
The calls are getting louder and louder. This is what I'm talking about. Top Democrats from New York to the White House calling on Governor Andrew Cuomo to resign. That in the wake of the bombshell report from the state's attorney general that alleges the governor sexually harassed 11 women, including state employees and a New York State trooper. The report also says that he retaliated against one woman who went public with her allegations against him. And the president of the United States couldn't be more blunt. Question: should Governor Andrew Cuomo resign? Answer: yes. And there's more.
Oh, there's love and then there's love. He says, I love you to Chris Cuomo. And then your brother's got to step down.
Back in March, you said that if the investigation confirmed the allegations against Governor,
and so they cuts it off. But anyway, yeah, there's love and then there's love. Should Andrew Cuomo step down? Yes. And that came immediately after telling Chris Cuomo, I love you. Makes Pol Pot look like Tom Sawyer. You can't use Tom Sawyer because that's racist. Oh yeah. So, when do you think Cuomo steps down? He is in crisis mode today. Right? Yesterday, today, he's weighing his options. That's how arrogant he is. He's weighing his options. Will he step down or will he continue? And if he does step down, when? Pretty interesting. But this guy's a dog. This guy is an absolute DOG, if you know what I mean. We will see. It's a 165-page report. He's done. Dr. Holtz, who has been funded by Anthony Fauci's National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease since 1993, offered a robust defense of the scientist, including Fauci and EcoHealth Alliance, the president, Peter Daszak, in a recent paper. This is a troubling new expansion of anti-science aggression in the United States. So if you say something against Fauci, it's an anti-science aggression. It's arising from far-right extremism. A band of ultra-conservative members of the U.S. Congress and other public officials with far-right leanings are waging organized and seemingly well-coordinated attacks against prominent U.S. biological scientists. In parallel, conservative news outlets repeatedly and purposefully promote disinformation designed to portray key American scientists as enemies. Hotz calls for a public statement in defense of Fauci and other COVID-19 scientists from the President of the United States, together with science leaders at federal agencies, and even floats that another possibility is to extend federal hate crime protections. If you say something against Fauci or any of the other people on this, you are guilty of a hate crime, this guy says. Nice. Want to control your speech much? You will be guilty of a hate crime. Let me tell you something. They'll use shows like this. They'll use your Facebook posts. If you say anything about Fauci or any of these people, you will be guilty of a hate crime. This is what this guy wants. Biden and White House aides are meeting with key figures in the Latino and Asian American and Pacific Islander communities. That's a report from the Washington Examiner. These are two demographics that Biden and Democrats have been warned they can't take for granted in 2022. I believe they did in 2020, and it almost cost him the election. He cheated. Donald Trump made huge gains with the Latinos and Asians in 2020, and that swing, if it continues, threatens the Democratic electoral prospects. Moreover, Biden's efforts to change the trend have been plagued with missteps. For example, Biden's poor response to the pro-democracy protests in Cuba last month is likely to hurt the Democrats with the increasingly Republican-leaning Cuban-American population. According to Hahn, there's a significant effort by the Trump campaign to reach out to those voters, and they basically sold them a bill of goods, lied to them, and they believed it because they're ignorant. That Biden is some sort of communist dictator akin to the ones their families fled. Well, they're doing the same thing. Yeah. In a tweet, the State Department initially linked the pro-democracy Cuban protests to rising COVID case death medicine shortage and was widely mocked for it. The White House press secretary, Jen Psaki, initially refused to acknowledge the Cubans were protesting communism. Back in June, Biden also bizarrely implied that all Latinos are in the United States illegally. He said it's unlawful, and it's awful hard as well to get Latinos vaccinated as well. Why? They're worried they'll be vaccinated and deported, Biden said. As for the Asian population, Biden's rhetoric on anti-Asian racism is severely undermined by his DOJ's decision to drop a lawsuit accusing Yale of discriminating against white and Asian applicants, reversing a Trump administration position. Polling suggests that despite the Democrat efforts to claim Trump's linking COVID to China was racist, Trump didn't lose support from Asian Americans in the last election. They are worried about Latinos and Asians. It's going to cost them. They've lost this 2022 election unless they cheat again they're going to have to go way out. And cheat really big this time around. Stanford University has conflicting signs about COVID against Fauci's science that's squelched. I understand, but they're haters. They're racists. They're, yes, they do. Republicans on the House Foreign Affairs Committee have issued a formal report on their investigation of the origins of the coronavirus. Now, the Democrats don't want anything to do with this. They don't want to touch this. The origins of the COVID-19 and investigation into the Wuhan Institute of Virology tracks all of the information and data collected by the U.S. and other Western governments. In it, there's some new information about problems at the Wuhan Institute of Virology and one of the suspected locations of origins for the coronavirus pandemic. In the months preceding the first cases of COVID, the lab in Wuhan spent the astonishing sum of $600 million to repair the air conditioning and air filtration system. The source for that number is the China government procurement network. The report mentions no words in describing its conclusion. The preponderance of evidence suggests that SARS-CoV-2 was accidentally released from a Wuhan Institute of Virology laboratory sometime prior to September 12, 2019. the virus or the viral experience or sequence that was genetically manipulated was likely collected in a cave in Yunnan province between 2012 and 2015. Researchers at the WIV, officials within the Chinese Communist Party, and potentially American citizens directly engaged in efforts to obfuscate the information related to the origins of the virus and to suppress the public debate of possible lab leaks. So they're even implicating American players. Who would that be? Maybe Fauci? Maybe Obama? I don't know. But there are American players. Pretty devastating. Yeah. Because even Asians know where COVID came from. Yeah, Corey, they do. Watch the show Pandemic on Netflix. I'll check it out. I love documentaries. Follow the money. Follow the money. Yeah. That's where investigation's going. Watch it. Watch it. All right. So how much time we got? Okay. It's official. Americans don't like Vice President Kamala Harris, and they're not that hot on Joe Biden either. According to a running graph by YouGov America, Harris's unpopularity hit 49%, while her popularity hovers at 45%. Her numbers top those of Vice President Mike Pence. A Gallup poll from July 2017 showed that Pence's unfavorability was 41.9, while his favorability stood at 42.1. And according to Economist YouGov poll, Harris's popularity, particularly unpopular with younger voters. Younger voters don't like her. Just 36% of those surveyed 18 to 29 saw her favorably. Harris's poor numbers match those of her boss, President Joe Biden. She's his boss. President Joe Biden, a recent Rasmussen poll reports, shows that 52% of likely voters disapprove of Biden's work. 42% said they strongly disapprove of his presidency, while just 26% said they strongly approve of his presidency. A recent ABC News poll recently found that 45% of Americans are optimistic about the direction of the country. The drop is nearly 20% lower than the 64% optimism polled in May, shortly after he completed his 100 days in office. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, they don't like you. The American people do not like you. You are less popular than the mean tweeter. You're less popular than Orange Man. You are. People don't like you. Because you're not good for the country. Now, while Trump, his personality may have turned some people off, your policies turn people off. Now, some people like the grandpa tone of Joe Biden. I don't. Some people do. They prefer that over the whole Trump tweet and that kind of thing. And I kind of get that. But when it comes down to gas prices, grocery prices, look, I want you to see the hypocrisy. The hypocrisy is that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and many other Democrats said, we will not take a vaccine that has been produced by, been promoted by Trump. They said that. Now, the grandpa done. When they got in office, guess what? The same vaccine they said they would not take, they're encouraging you to take it. Why? And now Joe Biden was that drop in that drop in the coronavirus cases in the spring, that's due to Joe Biden being in office. That's because of Joe Biden. The number of vaccines available, that's because of Joe Biden. Thank you, Shari. We'll tell you how to get those soon. So yeah, but now that it's on the rise, whose fault is that? Oh, it is the conservatives. It's the conservatives' fault. It's not Joe Biden's fault. You got me? They're unpopular. And it's not going to change for the good. It's going to continue to drop. Why? Because they stink at their jobs. What is this? See, Jessica says, oh, that's right. That was exactly when I became skeptical. When was this, Katie? Spoke with two nurses, employed by a VA med center in Pennsylvania that saw boxes in their supply storage marked coronavirus. They remember that? It's interesting. I don't know. What I do know is it's here. There is a virus. Are people dying from it? Yeah. But it's not what they're putting across to you. But here's the thing, is Joe Biden and Kamala Harris stink at their job. Stink on ice. They're not doing anything about the border. They're not doing anything about the border. They're doing nothing about the border. They're doing nothing about sanctions against those who are attacking us cyberly. Cyberly? By way of the internet. They're doing nothing about that. No sanctions, nothing. All they're worried about is January 6th and the panic about getting people vaccinated. That's it. That's it. Nathan, we're praying for you. Nathan got COVID yesterday. Yeah. Now, Nathan, did you have the vaccine or no? Is it Fauci? Who is her, Donna? Who's her? Her. That's a pronoun. Soon you'll not be able to buy or sell. This is happening. Yes, Lynn. Did you say, Lynn? And Lynn, I appreciate what you do with the school board stuff. Thank you. Yeah, I talked about that. Revelation 13:17. Yep. It is all unlawful. Okay, so Nathan did not get the vaccine, but he's got COVID, but it's like a slight cold. Keep him in your prayers. Okay. It should, and Katie's talking about the nurses that found the boxes of COVID virus, coronavirus. All right. You're welcome, my friend. Hang in there. Hang in there. Continue to do what you do. All right. Ivermectin works. That's what we're hearing. That's what we're hearing. All right, kids. We got to get out of here for today on this Wednesday. I want to thank our sponsors, Gulf Coast Guns, gulfcoastgun.com. Check them out and let them know that you heard it here. But they got ammo. They got plenty of ammo in stock. They got some great weapons. And I'm going to go buy one. I'm buying one. Getting locked and loaded. All right, my friends. Stay frosty. Stay strong. And we will see you tomorrow on a Thursday. Yes, Thursday. God bless you. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.